Hello, my computer duders. It's that time again. Savor the flavor. For Penny's Big Breakaway and maybe Alien's Dark Descent, although I may have to return that because it's the end of the month, basically. And I'm out of food, so I'm eating rice and beans and SpaghettiOs. These will be the struggle years that I talk about in future interviews. That's not what's supposed to happen. There we go. Audio is correctly set now, I think. Yes, it is. Get it up on my phone too, giggity. And remember to switch this off this time. There we go. Character designs is rubbing off on me lately. They're just kind of abstract shapes. Some of the best, most iconic characters are just a collection of recognizable shapes. Like Sonic. This is Hamdad burping SMR. Ooh, I don't like that ice. It would not be anthropology if it was penguins. I'm starting to think none of this is real. Oh, fuck. I didn't know that would happen. What are those? Are those living? Are they... That works? Hold on. That always worked? Oh yeah, it's just ledge grab. It doesn't work on any flat surface. I thought for a second I discovered a double jump. Pointy guys. Pointy boys is the correct nomenclature. Yeah, I noticed nobody likes to be corrected, even if it's helpful, but people like you. They find you charming if you correct them wrongly on purpose. They think that's silly and fun. Isn't that strange? Like, one of them is helpful, and the other is counterproductive. But the counterproductive answer is the one that makes people find you relatable and like. I guess because it's anti-intellectual, and also because it sort of lets them off the hook for not knowing something. It's like, I don't know either, and in fact I'm going to affirm the wrong answer, which signals like, let's all just relax and not worry about getting things right. It's kind of like, and you're posturing as if initially to be the policeman to correct somebody and to call out a transgression, but in fact the big reveal is that they can breathe a sigh of relief because not only are you not the policeman, but you are a fellow criminal. Interesting dynamic. Well, they just suicided. You know, I'm fine with that. It's like saying I'm not the cops. posing as like you're their dad barging in and saying, "Going, what's going on here?" But then handing out beers and pot. That one wasn't very far out of the way. Apparently there's a lot of them I missed. Make sure it's the right day. It is Friday. Rebecca Black's Friday. The music does slap. I haven't been appreciating it very much so far. You know, I've been wanting lately is more survival horror. There's a couple things coming out that look like that. I should play them tonight. One of them is the Jeezy Doom mod. I don't know why I thought that would work. Is he stuck under there? He is. It would melt. Surely that would melt. Also counterintuitively, sometimes someone you know will say something false about you on purpose out of affection. And if you dispute it, then you're viewed as being like uptight and not taking a joke. But if you go along with it and just let them misrepresent you and say false things about you and make fun of you, then they're like, oh, he's cool. Another one of those mysteries. Ah, fuck. This reminds me of Ridge Racer 4 music. Quite a lot. That took a lot to kill. I don't even know that he's dead, really. why can't you swim? Oh, that's what's inside those. And it's kind of halfway between Mario and Sonic in terms of speed. It's got like a little bit of each. Well, I feel strongly there's a medallion over here, but I don't know where. Oh no, it's one of these. I don't need this. It sort of works. It's not so fast that you can't see what's going on, which Sonic often is. It's fast enough that you get a little bit of a thrill now and then. It's got all the novelties that made Sonic fun anyway, on top of the speed. I think it's a winning formula. It wouldn't let me spin. That's not at all what I thought it was. There's nothing like a wall jump. Why is there nothing like a wall jump? At least now that I remember. Hot damn. What if I got all of them? Would there have been a bonus? What the fuck? I did everything perfectly. Fuck you, Penny. Fuck your shitty game. Actually, I love this game. Really? No? Where did that go to? If I could free look, I could find out. There we go. That got me nothing. Aha, I made it. That's only the first of 3? Well, I fucked that up. Guess he's staying there forever. That was a close one. That was close. As was that one. What was I supposed to do there? Ooh. Fuck. Wait, is this right? Ah, fuck. Oh, I'm stuck. No, don't get stuck there again. It's like that board game. Is that the right term for it? The one where you tap the ice cubes? That didn't go well at all, in any way, shape, or form. At least I know where not to go. What's up, Mr. Naysayer? I'm just murdering Penny, as usual. In fairness, this is not a very safe environment. She's very death prone. God damn it! There we go. Oh! How does one? Oh, there we go. That was tough. Oh, fuck! I get to keep this anyway, don't I? Ah, fuck this ice. Well, now what? If that's not where you go... If that's not where you go, where do you go? Fuck, are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. The penguin. They so often yeet themselves into oblivion. That's not what I want to do, is it? That's the bonus level. Where'd I go? From here. It's not this way, is it? It's not that way either, is it? It is not clear. I don't see any other way to go. Oh wait, there's stuff down here. I see. That wasn't right. What the hell? Well, fucking. I might just not be capable of this. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm ashamed of myself. I guess it's just that hard. Good enough. The ending was here the whole time? I feel frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, we're still here? What species is she? She's got like an animal nose. Didn't we already have a techno level? Oh, it's just a zip line. I got the power-ups are handled. They're all just shit you grab. Damn, the green ones are quick. Fuck. No, I did it! I had it! I had it! I'm gonna cry. But I'm starting to get frustrated. Isn't that like a bad precedent to set in a child's life that if he expresses emotion while playing video games, the video games are taken away? Like, because the messages don't express emotion. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was the guy, wasn't he? Oh, my eye. Ah, my eye. Oh, I had moisturizer on my hand. Fuck. Uh-huh. Is that all that I get for doing all that? There we go. Oh, he's just needed to charge his phone, that's all. I'm glad I rushed. I'm glad I suicided for that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wait a minute. What's that down there? I don't want this. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, I'm going to space. Oh, fuck, I'm going to space. Oh, I'm going to space. God, is that you? Listen, I can explain all the anime. I'm still going up. I'm still going up. There's the skybox. I'm still going up. I don't think so either. That strikes me as something very much not intended. Get off me! Get off me! This is like being a white woman in India. Let's not do that again. Somebody should have clipped that and set it to the DuckTales Moon theme from NES. Would have made an epic meme. What happened? What happened? It's the best you can come up with, Ryder? That fucking Kino music. You know, I feel strongly there's got to be something down there. I feel strongly. Come here, baby. Meow. Cat's got fleas again. I don't know how this keeps happening. The flea collar lasted a long time though. It says 7 months, and that's about as long as it lasted. She's got a couple fleas, and that explains where they keep coming from inside. Which means I need to buy anti-flea shampoo. And I bought her a flea collar and then used my last $5 to get a pen because I'm going to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo tomorrow with my papa. My pops, my peepaw, my dadu. And he and I are going to share our only shared interest, which is Atari. It's only really one of the few things that we have in common that we're both interested in. And I'm going to try to get my VCS console signed by Jeff Minter, and if that goes well, then we'll buy another ticket for the next day, and I'll get it signed by Nolan Bushnell. And then I'll try to sell the thing on eBay, along with a photo of me getting it signed by those two gentlemen, to prove it. Oh, there was another magnet the whole time. Cat, if you want to be cuddled, you have to come close to me. Meow. Oh, there's magnet tracks. Cool. Oh, I made it. Just in the nick of time. When you pull that off the way you're supposed to, it feels really good. Getting super magnetic Neo vibes now. Oh, I didn't get the bolts? Fuck, no. Why did that have to happen? Why did that happen? I sure wish I knew. Made it that time. Oh, 5 of you who got the Super Magnetic Neo reference must be thrilled. Yeah, buddy! That was the worst I could have done, actually. I had every advantage and I still lost. It's just like my life. I like his attitude. Oh, well. Wish I'd known that. I guess I know it now. Although really don't attack bombs should have been instinctual. Oh, this is an interesting mechanic. What's back there? Nothing? It's nothing. Very linear maps also calls to mind Super Magnetic Neo. Oh. Well, I'm glad I found out about that without dying. Am I supposed to be doing this, or am I doing terrorism right now? You bitch titty. You bitch lasagna. There we go. That was fun. Now for the penguins, for me. For the penguins, that was probably quite painful. One would assume. Aha, I see. Thought you could bamboozle old ham dad. This is good most of the time, like Sonic. It's also not good some of the time, also like Sonic. These will be my struggle years. Like when Stephen King was writing Cujo, living in a trailer park, working as a waiter, or as a busboy or something. And when J.K. Rowling was living on public assistance and writing it on her laptop in coffee shops. I can say I had fleas in a bug-infested room, and I ate SpaghettiOs. That's author street cred. Because you gotta suffer to be an author, apparently. Or I don't know if you have to, but they two go together very often. It seems like a dangerous workplace. There we go. So many platformers have you smashing stuff, like breaking bricks or boxes or crates. So destructive. I guess the constructive one would be Minecraft. Even then, you break blocks before you can assemble them. I feel a tick, not a tick. I feel a flea in my eyebrow. Boy, is that unpleasant. Ticks and fleas are different animals, thankfully. That worked. That was one of those times that it worked out beautifully the first time, and that's how it's supposed to feel. and it was damn good. But it's also tempered with the knowledge that it could have just as easily gone wrong. And you can't handhold too much, otherwise it feels like an artificial victory. I get so angry about humans being unreasonable, but what would life be if they weren't? If everybody was just purely reasonable and logical all the time, probably life would just be boring. Why not just be robots? No, don't fucking fall through the floor, Penny. Penny, I've been good to you. I haven't killed you too much recently. Don't fall through the floor. Ah, what? Why? How could you? How could you do that? Did you see what just happened? If anyone wants to buy me a pizza, I wouldn't say no. I won't eat it tonight, but because I've already eaten, but I'm out of money, so it'll be SpaghettiOs for the rest of the month unless somebody pizzas me. In which case I'll have pizza for the next 3 days, and then the Patreon money bomb hits. And I really got to do something with Hampshire because people are getting antsy. And rightly so. Oh! Giga Roblox oof. Ooh! What? Why? Nothing here? Nothing here. Oh, this way. I don't like the wavy effect from the distance. Can I turn that off? Not without going to the menu. Alright. I got fleas on me. This hasn't been an issue for a while. It was last year that she had fleas. 7 months ago because of the collar. Those things are like $3 and they last a long time. Fuck. Fear bee. Alright, baby, I'm back. I put the flea trap on my bed because I don't want to sleep in fleas tonight. I need to get another one. I need money for so many things, but I don't have money. I put all my money into contest applications. That it better pay off. do I do magnet? There we go. What does this do for me? Oh, why am I doing the thing that I'm doing? That's what spiders wonder while they're weaving their webs. How is one meant to dodge that? Oh, it's random. That's when he's vulnerable. How does one dodge that? There does not appear to be any way. Hey, you didn't even remotely hit me. What gives? Oh, I was almost there. How does one dodge his sweep attack? No, there's no dodging his attacks. See, there's no dodging it. This is still janky and needs work. I guess it only came out recently. I dodged that one. I don't know how. There we go. As long as I can dodge one more. No, there's no dodging that. What the fuck, man? Oh, I thought I was going to run on top of him and unspin the screw. That would have been cooler. Unsatisfactory boss. There could have been a little bit more complexity. Like running up his body to smash his light bulb eyes or unscrewing the screw. The first boss was way more complicated. Oh, forced losing. I go to prison anyway. Library. It's the Library of Law. Well, that didn't contain me very effectively. You can get out now. I don't know why they're in the slammer though. Was it right of me to release them? Well, some of them may be like murderers or worse. What are you in for? I tweeted something forbidden. You are a criminal in this game, but like, you didn't really do anything wrong. I don't know about these guys though that are just set free. They could actually be guilty. I may have become the Joker on accident. Does anyone become the Joker on purpose, one wonders? I know there's I know there's a secret there. I know there's a secret there. You can't fool me. Pull the wool over on my eyes, will ya? Judge Rufus called me a criminal, which is true, but he hurt my feelings. That's a real defense these days. That's a hate fact. That's never been a problem until now. I need to shave my head now. I can feel lice. Not lice, fleas. Lice are smaller. I'll get that shampoo ASAP. Wouldn't be an issue except my cat, for one thing, because she has a direct flap to the outdoors. And the flap is not perfectly sealed, so bugs sometimes get in, which is why I have the zappers. I have two different kinds of zappers. Actually, one isn't a zapper, one's just a fan trap. Uses UV lights and a suction fan. That's what one gets for living in a space permanently connected to the outdoors at all times. I spent the last of my money this month on a flea collar and on food for the cat. Because I'll be damned if the cat's gonna starve when I have SpaghettiOs already. And somebody who knows who they are was like, why don't you eat your rice? My rice is my emergency food, not my regular emergency food. It's like if there's sustained rioting and I'm in danger of death. It's not my, like, it's the end of the month and I'm skint food. I always buy a 12-pack of SpaghettiOs for end of the month food in case I don't budget well. Which I guess is itself good budgeting. Oh, it doesn't spawn again. This really feels like a 3D Sega game. Like Sega Genesis to 32X. I know I've said that before, but damn, it's got that vibe. But it's in HD and it's wigging me out. It doesn't feel like it should be the HD. It feels like it should be pixelated. I got bigger problems now. I got bugs indoors. Actually, most of them were eliminated. The suction trap really works extremely well, and so does the flea trap. Those little round, sticky papers that it comes with, they fill up quickly. That was pointless. That was also pointless. So anything all this is pointless. Is amusement only a distraction from our mortality? I guess so, but what are you going to do with that knowledge? Like, oh no, we're going to die someday. I'm just going to sit on my hands and wail for the next 40 years. You got to do something while you're alive. May as well enjoy your time. That's not enjoying your time. We all find different things to fill our lives with. In Christian school, they said the purpose of our lives was to glorify God, aka their religion. Which, even for sincere believers, seems like a dull way to spend your life. Because we couldn't listen to secular music. That means no Rammstein, no Nine Inch Nails, no like the entire history of music, except for like gospel and Christian rock. If that was your only selections of artwork, was art created by Christians for the purpose of glorifying Yahweh, that's a severely stunted selection of media. If all you can watch is like Bible Man, all you can play is Captain Bible in the Dome of Darkness. That was dicey. You come out of a severely truncated human who's in no respect, like mentally or emotionally complete. That was one of the things I found stifling about that environment too. Is I wanted to create artworks that were not within, that they would have considered entarta Kunst or degenerate art. Being that the entire horror genre obviously was a no-go zone because it was considered demonic. Oh no! I did get in trouble for a lot of what I drew. I drew a lot of H.R. Giger type stuff. I wish I could have been like interviewed on TV at the time. I would have spilled the beans. People would have been like, what the fuck is this school? Where they're just stunting young people's creative ambitions. Oh, you know what I think you're supposed to do? I think you're supposed to gain altitude that way. I think the reward is supposed to be just that you don't turn out a weirdo like a furry or something, because it basically just constrains your mind so that you turn out a Republican no matter what. And then you get married to a dependa, and you go serve in the military, and she cheats on you, and you come home and raise the mailman's kids, and you live in your house, and you have your bucolic 2.5 children American nuclear family, and that's the big payoff. But at what cost? Like, what have you become? Are you a fully human person if you're not self-directed and self-designed and self-actualized? If you live the same life as everybody else at your church. Maybe I'm coping though, because I would like to have a family, but I think that's the problem a lot of people have now. How's one meant to get up there? Boy, I'm sucking a mean, hairy erection at this game. I could do better than this. This is where not to die again. Fuck you! I'm not on it tonight. That's because I'm fucking covered in bugs. I'm not really a really good advertisement for apostasy, am I? Leave the church, you'll wind up alone. I guess technically middle-aged now. Like the early parts of middle age. and covered in bugs and broke. But I know from Trump followers that a lot of the people who stay in the church wind up that way too. They just don't showcase them. And it's also kind of a ironically Faustian bargain to betray your own principles and your true self and betray truth itself in exchange for like a chance at a normative middle class life. Would I be content to be married to like a Mormon woman if she was very attractive and we had kids and loved each other? I think so. I think I could keep it under wraps. It's like telling your kids that you believe in Santa, but it's your wife. Oh no! I was nudging the left bumper, which is also the run button, or not the run button, the jump button. I can't fucking think straight tonight. Because I'm covered in fucking bugs. God, I want to cry. I have theorized that this is the hell that Scripture metaphorically speaks of, that it was never literal, but it's just the outcome of your life if you don't abide by the wisdom contained therein, and that demons are not literal either. They're anthropomorphized versions of common human behavioral shortcomings that are anthropomorphized so that we can fight them and hate them as if they were people or beings that we could slay with swords or something. It's just metaphorical language. And the kingdom of God is, of course, just the utopia that they hope to bring about by reforming the hearts of men. Which makes sense of a lot of things Jesus said. There is a purely metaphorical understanding of Scripture that makes a lot of sense. But then, if none of it's supernatural, then what's the supernatural stuff for? I guess just to impress idiots who would not understand the literal version, or could not be talked into following it. Which again is just Santa Claus for adults, which sounds like the most fedora thing in the world to say, but it seems to be literally true. That's what people like Jordan Peterson are basically getting at when they say that we need such teachings in order to reinforce good behaviors. But they always roll their eyes and act like it's a fedora thing to say when you make the Santa Claus analogy, when they themselves reinforce, they vindicate that when they ask, how else will we reform people's behavior? That sure sounds like the same thing. I'm thinking about this lately because I have a friend of mine who is getting cozier and cozier with the Bible in the Jordan Peterson kind of way, which I think she listens to a lot of Peterson. Having had a child and starting a family and finding biblical teachings useful for that. She's still not a supernaturalist that I know of, and she understands all the same things I do about the history and function of Abrahamic religion, but it doesn't seem to matter to her. What matters to her is that she sees Jungian style philosophical truths in the allegories, and that it has many constructive and wholesome things to say for people who have families or want to build communities. Oh, that was lucky. That was 10% skill, 90% luck. And here I am, a big man baby, playing video games without a wife, without any kids. Then again, there's a lot of atheists who do have families, like Linus from Linus Tech Tips. That's how his name's pronounced, I won't hear otherwise. Presumably LGR. Papa Meat has a wife. I can't imagine the Game Grumps are particularly religious. They've said they're not. How do I turn that off? So I think I shouldn't buy into the hype too much, just because someone I know is going down that path. Because I also know people who didn't, and they're doing fine. It's just a knee problem. It's not a belief problem. It's like sending a bad signal for trad vipers. They'll hate on you viciously until they think there's a chance of converting you, and then suddenly the love bombing resumes. It's like those guys on dating apps who are viciously mean to you until they think there's a chance of fucking you. Not you, and not me, either the women. I'm doing what I can. I probably got picked up by another publisher. Or Passage Press has expressed interest and said they're looking to put out some reprints of exactly the type of stuff that I write. I have to do this, I see. Which, if that's true, solves my problem, like, partially. It would mean that I can get my books in print again. Like, there will be somewhere on the internet that I can link you to that you can buy physical copies of my books again for the first time in months. A lot of people were late to the party. They didn't know I had a second book out. And so they're like, oh, it's like COVID, where people wanted to get vaccinated after they got sick and it was too late. They're like, oh, I'll buy it. And I'm like, you can't buy it. I told you it was a time-limited thing. They're like, I didn't know you meant that I wouldn't be able... Like, I was waiting until it was just on the store. I didn't want to pre-order. But like I said, pre-orders, if they're not sufficient, then it'll be taken down. But I guess I didn't communicate that. This should solve that. This should solve that issue. Where I have something to sell, and people know where to get it. I can link to my audience and they can buy it if they want to. Which will also mean more income, but not a lot, probably less than last time. Because there was a Kickstarter last time. I don't need to be a billionaire in my life. I just need to be eating people food, not food out of a can all the time. And ramen and SpaghettiOs. I would like to not be covered in bugs as well. Nope, that just killed me instantly. I have to do this again. I got nobody to blame for that but myself. Many of my problems. If I can pinpoint my problem. I want to say I'm just lazy and incompetent, and I am incompetent when it comes to any sort of manual task. I overthink everything, and I hear one thing. My brain thinks, what does that mean? And I get bogged down in like a million possible interpretations. Whereas a normal person can somehow narrow down to the most likely intended interpretation in 1 second. I can't do that, so... Which looks a lot like stupidity, understandably. To many people, that looks like you're just dumb. Being unassuming. So I've gotten jobs before many times, and I've always been fired. I've had a hard time. I've not gotten on Benny's either because the fella who was assigned to my case said I looked like I was capable of holding a job. Which I get. A lot of people, if you talk better than they do, they assume that your whole brain works better than theirs. If you're articulate, you have a lot of problems with people evaluating your competence inaccurately. Fuck. Not you. You've seen me try to play this game. the general thought is that's something neurotypicals struggle with for whatever reason, is articulating themselves, which takes a kind of careful, slow, measured thought. They're very good at dynamically figuring things out on the go. It's like how the Super Nintendo had a slower CPU than the Sega Genesis, but it had a bunch of companion chips for doing specific tasks. And in the absence of those chips, the Sega Genesis just had to have a faster processor that worked harder to do the same things. Yes, I just made a 16-bit console analogy for a social issue. I'm not too good to pump gas, for example. I'm not too good to do anything. I would, if I had to, I would fucking hunt and fish to survive. Which, I have shot a rifle, if I don't seem like the sort of person who has. I'm not gonna fuck around this time. But I do feel that my writing talents will be wasted, which sounds incredibly far up my own ass if you've never read anything I've written. If you've read enough of my oeuvre to have developed an appreciation for it, I hope that sounds more plausible. Like I mentioned, Edgar Allan Poe had been like a commercial fisherman. Not that that's an unimportant job, it's a very important job, but there are specific people suited to that. Who are perhaps very hardy and have great endurance, but are not creatively endowed. So I can't really complain too much if I'm broke and have bugs in my hair. That's my own doing. Look at these fatty penguins. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. I bet there's a secret down here. Oh, you can jump up through the bottom. What's this over here, though? I can't do anything with the weights. A lot of people who, if you speak articulately, they assume there can't be anything wrong with you, because what that would imply about them, given their level of elocution. I hope I used that word right. I think I did. But only after they've spent like several hours with you to observe idiosyncrasies in how you communicate and behave are they like, oh yeah, all right. Now I believe there's something wrong with you. It's like, wow, you want a medal? How magnanimous of you. How progressive. That I had to... That you're a fucking skeptic of people's self-knowledge of their own minds, capabilities, and qualities since the time of their birth. What I guess they would call lived experiences. These are the believe BIPOC and women's voices people, but don't believe autistic voices, I guess. And then there's the school of thought where it's basically, if you didn't know you have autism, you wouldn't have it. Or like, if you weren't aware of it, like being aware of it means that you don't try to get better, which is not true. I went to fucking 5 years of therapy to mask. Often these are the kind of people who came from families that did Santa Claus and did Jesus. So they believe very strongly in the strategy of just deceiving people to control their behavior. So it makes sense they would think, oh, if nobody knew they had any mental disability, then they would have to just figure shit out. Yeah, they would. That's what I did for the first half of my life. And I suffered a lot because I didn't know why I was different and why I kept doing the things that I did. I hated myself because I thought I was just randomly a spastic. Or just a bad person. Because if you're autistic and you don't know it, very often people just seem like randomly dickheads to you. And then you retaliate, and then they consider you to have been the one who provoked it because you retaliated, and they don't know what you're retaliating for. But they think you started it because you did something that irritated them, and they didn't give you enough indication and you can't read their minds. It causes a lot of conflict. If you knew yourself, if you knew certain things about yourself, when that happens, you would know what's happening because you would recognize it from having happened before, and then it's not because either one of you is a dickhead. It's due to difference in communication styles and ability to understand emotional expression. There's a certain kind of bootstraps guy who will never believe that. Who's just deeply uncomfortable with biological human flaws. Because their own family was also deeply uncomfortable with the idea that their children could have anything wrong with them, so they just denied it. And never told them. And perhaps these people themselves have neurodivergent conditions, and they're aware of it on some level because they know that they're different from their peers. But they too were just gaslit about it, so they wouldn't behave any differently. I think the intention is good. It's so you don't hold yourself back. You don't sabotage yourself by thinking, oh, I'm disabled. I guess I can't do any better than that. They have the best intentions, I think, when they say things like everybody's a little autistic and typical things they say. And maybe it's just all in your head. And maybe it's spiritual, and if you pray, it'll get better. I try to remember that, and give people like that extreme benefit of the doubt, and not get ugly over it, because that would be inappropriate. Given that I don't think that they have any bad intentions. It's better to match intention to intention than to blow up at people for things that they think are very kind and high-minded. Which is a tough to learn skill, knowing how to read the room and when it's appropriate to be mad. Here we go. I had to go back. It didn't have to. There's zero chance I wasn't gonna, though. If If anybody ordered me a pizza, you better tell me, because last time it sat out all night and got ruined. Because nobody told me they ordered anything. I guess they wanted it to be a surprise, but if you're counting on the company to text me, they don't always do that. Vaguely reminiscent of the Hat in Time's last level, which was ingenious, by the way. Had a great message about obsession with punishment not being a true form of justice. You know what? I'd love to help you. I would. My plan is to burst into tears. You and many other people. I hope AI doesn't figure that out, Stratagift. Sincerely. I hope all my viewers manage to evade the AI apocalypse somehow. Because O1 Strawberry is some pretty impressive stuff. It's got chain of thought reasoning, and it has potential to be agentic, but that's turned off right now, which is kind of spooky. Why are they doing that? Because there are other agentic AIs from outside of OpenAI already. Is it concern that if there was like an incident with it doing something that it wasn't supposed to do, that regulators would step in, crack down maybe? I guess you could put it in like a virtual machine type environment where it can do whatever it wants, but you only let the approved actions through. But then that's not any different from having it not be agentic. Except that it might come up with solutions it wouldn't have otherwise. Oh, I see. It was confusing for a second. Why is it doing that? Bro, are you okay? Oh, there's a penguin underneath. You ever think maybe the medical industry is pushing transgender surgery in an effort to sterilize autistic people because we're not economically productive consistently enough and we consume a lot of benefits? That's my conspiracy theory. It seems like the best way to get someone to do that voluntarily, which is legally impossible to improve or impugn, because they did it themselves and they in fact insisted upon it. And it sounds like exactly the sort of thing the CIA would pull off as a psyop. Well, that didn't go well. Did I not do it? Where's the loophole? Get this chungus off me. The writers were really being stretched thin by the end here, I can tell. I haven't failed it yet, I don't think. Or have I? That's still tragic. There are no people. Well, that didn't go well. Is there a time limit? There's not a time limit. Just have to be on the right platform. No! Oh, I gotta be faster. It's not fast enough, I don't think. Why did that not work? Was there an invisible wall there? You would think. You would think. Logic can be applied to a lot of things, though. If you start off with the wrong premise, it can just dig you in deeper. Like apologetics. And that was what I was supposed to do. Don't think I'm speaking as though I'm a particularly clever person when I can't master Daddy jumping game. I'm looking forward to Portland Retro Gaming Expo. There we go. That was janky. It's very, very Sega jank. I guess this would be a compliment to the devs. It's trying to do more, which is why it fails in the ways that it does. You can only fail greatly if you dare greatly. Oh, easy to get stuck. Oh, there's a medallion. I think a lot of these people may have bought into the premise of critical theory, and logic is keeping them in that trap instead of getting them out. I think being autistic, they would be inclined to focus on the little details and not the big picture of, hey, wait a minute. However sound all of this seems to me, it has caused me to make irreversible changes to my body and alienate a lot of people who care about me. I can totally see, as an autistic person, how one of us could fall into that trap and not see it and struggle to ever get out of it. Then again, what the fuck do I know? I have fucking fleas in my hair. I'd be rich if I knew anything. If I would just get off my ass and finish more hamster stuff, like everybody wants me to. How do I... There we go. That was counterintuitive. I would not have guessed that angle. That'll have to do. The shitty thing about fleas is that the regular shampoo doesn't get them. You can't really wash them out. You have to have the poison shampoo. Why is it called poo instead of champ? I was talking about talking about this with Short Talk. I would totally have called it champ. He says it's because of the no poo challenge, and I thought that meant something totally different. I've been holding it all this time for nothing. I think a lot of people, if you just react to them as with outrage, as if you're hurt, they'll think I must have done something wrong. But you can abuse that to get them to do what you want. How could you not give me money, you monster? It'll put them into a defensive mode where they'll do anything. Fall on their knees and prostrate before you in order to persuade you that you misunderstood them and they're actually a good person. Judge Fudge. Too busy being delicious. Saucy attitude, say it ain't so. Oh, they've literally thrown the book at me. Oh, it's this kind of boss. It is a bomb. Oh, the scales. This is cool. That wasn't very long to grab that popsicle. Jank. Like how what? There's a time dilation between us. What was I saying? Yeah, I lost a friend to that recently. Well, I shouldn't say lost, it was my decision. They went all the way down the rabbit hole, and we were very close and had known each other for a long time, and they gave me an ultimatum where they said you have to use these words, and you have to say this and that. You have to agree with my belief, otherwise... There was no otherwise, it was just you will. You will do this in those words. And I was like, no, I won't. If you give me an ultimatum where it's truth or our friendship, I choose truth. And that really hurt bad. That hurt bad. That was a long-time friend. That was a 10-year friend, a decade friend. But he had his thing where he wouldn't compromise, and I had my thing where I wouldn't compromise. Unstoppable force, immovable object. If you have too many issues like that, then you're going to lose a lot of friends. You don't want to be a stickler for too many different things. To have friendships at all with lots of different people, you got to be willing to... Why did I do that? Why does it keep doing that? there's not time enough to get the fucking green thing. This is not a time limit on the books. Why does it keep doing that? Every time I swing the hammer, I jump. Oh, I see. This is really frustrating and badly designed. Some of these are not well designed. It hurts. I hate losing friends. Oh, that can happen? I'm not losing friends in the broken staircase. I lost, let's see, hang on. 1, 2, 3. I want to say 3 or 4 friends by now to this exact issue. Where it's like, believe in my reality and live this reality with me, otherwise I don't want you in my life. And I'm like, okay. I think they thought that I would crumble every one of those times, and I never did. And it hurts, and I do regret it sometimes. It doesn't bounce a third time. That's not enough to get it. First one was somebody I knew all the way back since Florida. Who back then it was all about Tumblr. She became a Tumblr person. And she was very mature about it compared to some of the other ones. Why did it do that? Why does it... Oh, because I... You know what? I tapped twice in the same direction. I can't see. I'm inside of the... How did I do that? You can soften it up first. I didn't know. That's a good strat. Inside her body. I was on a unicycle the whole time. Look at her dancing. George Orwell had something to say about that, about who the most fanatical members of the party always were. Because of seeking power as social enforcers if they couldn't have physical power. Having felt intimidated and therefore wronged all their lives by people who they could not assert their power against in conventional ways, and seeing an opportunity to get those people in trouble. There's nothing more infuriating than somebody who just has it in for you and is always looking for something to pounce on in whatever you say, so they can misrepresent it and get you in some kind of trouble. What's happening? Yo-yo accessory. Just relinquish your yo-yo to me. No way, that's my dog. No, my yo-yo! You refuse? Very well. Bailiffs, restless criminals. If I get my hands on the book, I can change my fate. I'll take a quick break to show you a little bit something else. There's a demo of Divine Frequency, which is a Doom Engine game based on Silent Hill. Well, I say based on, I mean inspired by. Spooky, spooky, spooky star, spooky star, spooky star. I fear sometimes that if I make enough sacrifices because of sticking points in my view of the world, that I'll wind up with no friends or an echo chamber. You can roll for different penis man. I shouldn't do that. I should do Ham Dad. Will it fit Rip Roarin? Booger penis? It will, just barely. Bitch, you know it. I turned off a bunch of the post-processing stuff. Simply not not caring for it over much. So immediately you see the Silent Hill influence. One wonders, could you have lived a contented existence in that little cell if you'd never left it? Because it's clearly much worse outside of it. There's that one guy who never left, and he just meditated until his body decomposed. I also don't really want to be hostile to any group of people, so I want to keep the doors open. There are people who won't accept you unless they feel that they're fully accepted. And for them, fully accepted means that you have to believe certain things. Because if you don't, then it's always in the back of their mind that you don't believe them about this or that, which has implications for what you think about them as a person. It's kind of like my issue with people who don't think that neurodivergence is real. It'd be hard to stay a friend with somebody who thinks I'm faking all my symptoms. That would be maddening. If it didn't come up in conversation, I think I could still tolerate it. Once they see you make an ass of yourself enough times, generally they catch on that you wouldn't be doing this recreationally. Then I suppose the same is true of like cross-dressing, but there is definitely a alternative possible motive for doing that, which need not be. What is this? Someone screenshot these coordinates and look them up on Google Earth for me while I play. I'll give you 10 seconds. Quit print screen. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're all very close to each other. Can't open the door. Silent Hill, the room. Look at that adorable room over room. That 3D floor used on the window. It really looks like you're playing a Polygon engine. Same goes for the bed. Although I think the bed is a 3D model. Because it has rounded edges. What is this, human Nikki? We're sleeping now? I'm trying to be understanding. There's some things I can't wrap my head around. Oh, look, it's Ohio. Still Ohio. Oh, it's the lower part. It's Olowo. Aloha. No, that's different. Beautiful skybox. What do you mean dream intercepted? Here's the problem I have. Left click is punch, right click is run right. It's reversed on a controller, so right trigger left punches and left trigger right punches. Which is immersion breaking, and you have to change the controls to make it behave itself. Then if you switch back to mouse, you'd have to flip it around again. Good looking sprite. I got a metal arm. I don't know how relevant that is to the lore. So far, keen atmosphere. Who lived here before me? Is this a hospital bed? What is this? It doesn't look as good as Total Chaos, but that's not really the metric anymore. Total Chaos proved how good you could make Doom look, and I think the point of it is now not to just max out graphics, but to have a distinct visual style, and this looks really good. It's still very much Doom. It doesn't use 3D models, except for some props. Your fists are still sprites. Everything's just very high resolution and sharp and looks good. It's got a good style. I can't put my finger on the time period. There's crates and machinery. Am I supposed to be up here? Oh, I see. No, this is a secret. You're not supposed to be up here. It's a secret in case you do find it. So far, I like what I see. Real fake doors. Got swinging doors. It does kind of hurt my heart that Doom was the engine that was used for all this stuff when it would have been much more natural to make it in Build, which already supported a lot of these features. I would have preferred to see that engine live on. And it did somewhat in projects like Iron Maiden. I need to... I can't fire. There we go. That's why I had the auto repair device. If you think to bring it... Oh, I'm in poop. This is where Civvy would do a sewer count. Someone went ahead of me and left these candles. I gotta hand it to him. The aesthetic is superb. It looks almost like Unreal Engine 1-ish. Oh, who's this fella? Actor, dude, bro. Creature turns the skull. Huh? Iskutel Glubny? Questions? Turn around first go left. Left, down, down. Didn't say it. Oh. That wasn't very helpful, but I found somebody else. Is this a safe room? That's safe room music. I'll be damned if it's not. I've thought about that a lot when I was writing Metal Fever. When I was writing dialogue for the Dolphins, who are separatists, kind of. How their politics are in large part determined by humiliation and revanchism, having learned of how humanity dealt with them prior to when they were uplifted, and wanting to steal back some dignity by forcing us to take some L's. And it just there's this passage where he says that's just how someone on the back foot fights. Let me find it. I'm proud of it. Yes, there's dolphin dialogue in it. Can't seem to find what I'm looking for. Now's not the time. Anyway, it's basically just that whenever you're winning, you feel justified in pressing your advantage and throwing your weight around. Only when you're on the back foot and someone else is winning at your expense do you start to change your strategy, because you can't succeed by conventional means anymore. So you start to exploit things like guilt. You start to make accusations and see if you can get anywhere by appealing to their desire to virtue signal, because you don't have any other options necessarily. You're up against an opponent who's stronger than you in some way. And you don't think of it as pathetic or sneaky while you're doing it. While you're doing it, you think, I'm clever, I'm shrewd, I'm wily. Your perspective changes completely depending on whether or not you're the one with the whip hand over your opponent. Aha. Have I been through here? I've not. Could do with some higher resolution sprites. Oh, the guns look very good. There's an idle animation. I didn't even notice at first. One wonders if you're going to digitize 3D models, why not just use 3D models? But this does look better. Looks almost like Doom 64 in some ways. But anyway, in the novel, that's why dolphins are always protesting and disrupting shipping lanes and attacking underwater farmers, because they're looking for reparations for Taiji Cove, which they would be right to do. And also they want the censorship of rape cave libel in our media and academic institutions. As well as back pay for all the performances they did at SeaWorld and whatnot. This is for sure a safe room. It's got wine. I think it's got some food. What is this? This is not... I can't go in there. Is this open world? This might be open world. Alright, so this is not a linear game, apparently. Let's stomp around in some shit for a little while longer. That wasn't good. That's great weapon. I guess that's where Ion Fury kind of has that too. This seems like where Build Engine games would have gone to had they survived long enough in order to compete with Quake games and do things that the Quake engine wasn't as good at. Oh, walk of peace. I live in a dark hole. You and me both, buddy. I don't see what I'm reading. Oh, it's down here. Is this not a... Can I not go down there? Do I not want to? Should I not want to? I don't see a map. Conjure a swarm of insects. Interesting. Ah, here we go. What is this? What happened? The game froze briefly. That means something loaded. Oh, there's a lad. Oh, there's a mannequin. Oh, that's really cliche, but I still don't like it. I also got real quiet all of a sudden. Don't much like that either. Part of that passive-aggressive approach is just assuming the worst of a group of people and members from that group, even though you know they're not likely to blame for something, just in order to get them in the habit of feeling like they're the bad guys, in order to normalize the assumption that they're always to blame for things. And if you complain, it's like, well, this is what it felt like when you did it to other people. Which was the point of it all along. It was never honest. It was just about returning mistreatment. Which I understand the idea behind. Oh, this was in the opening cinematic. This lantern lasts a lot longer than Amnesia. Wish I'd read more of that. Wish I'd read any of that. Bionic Eye. Bionic Eye? Can I install parts in myself? Is this Deus Ex? It's got leveling. Did that just move? So far, I'm liking this. It's got to be relatively modern because there's computers. Well, they don't look very recent. It's like nightmare technology where it doesn't have to make sense. Like the reality control device from the facility. Which is like a computer that controls different aspects of how you experience reality. As the name would imply. Oh, fuck. Are they gonna rise from the dead? Those weren't monsters, those were just dudes. Those were just guys. Is that an alley? Am I above ground? No, I'm not. Where am I? What is this? Been here. I saw Vinny play like a minute of this, and I was like, I'm gonna stop watching immediately because I want to experience this for myself. Wandering derelict industrial facilities, overcome with filth and rust, is definitely in my wheelhouse, though. It only goes down. Cool sliding doors, though. This is like the vibe that I go for. Everything is ostensibly the real world. Everything's recognizable as mundane objects. It's just the state of decay. And aspects of the environment make you uneasy. And make you wonder if you're still in the world that you thought you were. That's plant life. Should not be able to grow without light. Where am I? Oh, wits. That's because I have wits. That stat allows you to identify hidden passages. That's why they recommend it to you. I see. Uh-oh. Well, it won't let you waste them. That's probably for the best. That was unwise of me. Look at this fucker. He got out of his punishment just by sitting and waiting to starve. Probably wise. I like this a lot so far. This reminds me of Penumbra, actually, and Lost in Vivo, which are two bangers. I'm very nostalgic for. There we go. In case you get poisoned. What does the bionic eye do? So far, it seems like a whole lot of nothing. Surely we would have arrived into the surface by now. Why is it so fancy? Is this the Moscow subway? Oh, it poisons you a little bit, but also gives you some health. That's cute. Already killed that guy. I'm already a killer. 5 seconds. What, this game? Or Lost in Vivo? Or Penumbra? There we go. Running out of lantern oil. Do I have any more? Do I have more lantern oil? I should not use that when I don't need it. Aha. No, I came out of here. Fuck. And now I'm out of oil. Shit. Once again, a Problem of my own creation. Ah, here we go. It is just like fucking Amnesia's lantern. That was my first death of the game. It almost feels like this should be insta-death and you should just have to start over if that happens. This is definitely more my usual fare, though. Compared to Penny's Big Breakaway. We've already been down here. You can headshot? You can headshot, okay. Alright. Doesn't really tell me what my gun's at. Oil 19. I'm glad they identify those for you with the icons, because I would vine blind them. Under what circumstances would you want to eat a strange mushroom you found? Never mind, actually, that's self-explanatory. I have soda, this can't be hell. Unless it's Diet Pepsi. Keep blinding these crates. Those same people who keep trying to get you in trouble with like the new morality squads like they have in fucking Caliphates, which I think is literally what they call them. I think they are the adult versions of those kids who would always narc on everybody in school. We're basically just looking for a source of power and just resent everyone else and want some way to exercise authority over them. There's a lot of people who just assume they're in charge of you. Have you noticed that? It's like Karens, kind of, but it's more pervasive. I think Karens are just dumpy post-menopausal women who used to be really hot, and they lived their life as though their looks would never fade. And then when they did, they weren't ready for it, and they're used to men hanging on their every word and people dropping what they're doing to please them. And when that stopped, they searched for some alternative source of validation and power, and that's why they're always trying to assert themselves. So I think there are like micro Karens, like 20-year-old proto Karens. We're just everybody has to do what I tell them because I don't have any other way to compel compliance. So they just have to. And they think if I speak in an authoritative voice, they'll get scared. There's also just if someone's already embittered against you due to race or sex or whatever, they might just have it in for you, despite not even knowing the first thing about you. In which case, they might try to create problems for you and make you feel like you're in trouble just to watch you squirm, even though they know it's not going to go anywhere. They just want to scare you a little bit because it's cathartic. So maybe you could play along if you didn't mind it, and it would smooth things over. I'd rather not. Sometimes being diplomatic is the right answer, though. In fact, very often it is, if you're in a delicate situation professionally or academically. Boy, I can't stand those people, though, who are like someone who, if in a state of nature, you could like eat them. You know what I mean? Somebody whose head you could twist off like a bottle cap if you had to. Approaching you, a stranger, and presuming to start giving you orders. I've already been down there. I mean, that's my problem too. In life, you have to let some people order you around, because if you can't really work if you don't accept other people having authority over you. It's just a question of who you're willing to defer to. He kills me every time. I never know where he is because everything looks like everything else. Anomalous activity low my ass. I keep defaulting to thinking that the solution is to turn power back on. That really gets under my skin, though. It's just like, who are you? Do we know each other? You sign my paychecks? Are we related? Why am I taking orders from you? Why are you giving orders to me? We don't know each other. That's better. Got the drop on him. That's the power restored, right? All the other doors ought to work now, right? You have to keep repairing it. Shit, that really hurt. I survived. Oh, the poison isn't cumulative. Alright, my instincts served me well that time. I could have gone around it. That's choices, bro. That's video games technology. I could have saved a bullet by going around it. I may live to regret that choice. I didn't get any of the oil that time. This must be Russia. Look at all the alcohol bottles. That's not open. That's not open. That was unwise. Why'd I do that? Oh, sodas are instant full heals. What the fuck? Since when? It's a bad joke. How do I switch ammo? I'm already in here. How do I activate? Well, they are scary, and they're certainly deadly. You can't act like the enemies are any slouch. I like the textures, I like the other assets, I like the sound design. This is the good stuff. This is the good spoop. Some people are also just out there looking for a fight every day. They are in a mode in their life where they feel like they're a warrior for justice, and that the purpose of life is to find their tribal enemies and defeat them in battles of words and legalism. And if you talk them down, you're like, I'm not who you're looking for. Like, why are you wasting my time? I'm looking for libtards, or I'm looking for Trumpists to fight. Why would you waste my time if you're not? I mean, everybody has to be in one of those two camps, because the purpose of their life is a battle between good and evil. Where good is, of course, they're defined by their politics. Stuck lever. Don't please come closer. I'm only trying to hide. There's things here. You are one of them. Important knowledge from heavens lost. Please, I'm scared. Forbidden knowledge forgotten. Crawling and falling through. Whoa, what the fuck? I gave it a mushroom. Box has been deleted from the universe. What? Oh, I did that, apparently. Should really be more discerning with my ammunition usage. I'm in a freezer? I'm in a freezer. One wonders why didn't Doom... Oh, that was the Spooper Man. Why Doom 2 didn't look like this instead of like a barely changed Doom 1. Like they could have done so much more with the engine. If Doom 64 had been Doom 2, I would have been a lot more pleased. Got a key. Oh, that worked. That works against locks, apparently. Well, that didn't work. Maybe that's not the right answer. Maybe violence is not always the way. That looks like it feels so good. Wasn't there a room with ammo? You see the Doom 64 resemblance, though? I have a lot of nightmares like this. They're not usually quite this dingy. Like abandoned facilities that have been derelict for a century, with nothing living, no water. 'Cause water symbolizes life. Sure do wish I could save. Penis man. There we go. No. Load. It wasn't the bullet. It was never the bullet that did it. It was the key. That's all my bullets. Shouldn't I have done that? I think I made a bad choice by fighting all those guys, even if I did kill them. Because you can't kill the main guy. You get nothing but more lantern oil for your trouble. It's like the descent, and she falls into the blood. I'm gonna try to kill that thing again. No, I don't think it, I don't think it's killable. Then why would they give us the armor-piercing rounds? Oh, this is killing me too. Alright, that's not right either. So you do fight them. I did not realize my weapon was in need of repair. There we go. Oh, I was supposed to use this thing. I'm supposed to let it get close to me, I think. And then use the explosive thing to kill it. Well, that's a problem. I think that was the only way I could hurt it. Soda didn't work that time. Nope. So you can't do that either. What do I do here? Oh, they don't have full sprites. Yes, they do. Never mind. They do have left and right sprites. Which Doom did not to save memory. This is like their big dick baller demon god thing they're summoning. So those must have been cultists. Alright, so I think it would have been, now that I know that I need to do that, it would be wise to go back and not try to fight them. It didn't kill me that time. I wonder why. I just have a better gun now. So I conserved ammo after learning I couldn't kill that thing. Energy trap. You've got me intrigued. Wasted a perfectly good repair kit. Well, you didn't tell me what was that. Hopefully I'll find more. Is this an infinite hallway? No, it isn't. Working elevators has certain implications. Then again, do I want to find the surface? What's up there? So what was the point of that? Just to get the trench gun? I guess that's sufficient reason. Now I can really do some wrecking. If I can find anybody. Uh-oh. Okay, teleporters exist. What? DMT? DMT. So was I in reality before and now I'm in hell? Is this just Doom again, slightly differently realized? Well, shouldn't that delete me from reality like it did the Boxman? This is definitely hell. You just can't stop remaking the plot of Doom, can you? Or it's just Doom but with Silent Hill dimension. I thought I already was in Silent Hill dimension. I have questions. Thank goodness I had this gun. Good night, Mr. Nasair. Thanks for stopping by. Don't be a stranger. I will continue through hell on my own. As one must, I suppose. Fuck is that? What is that here? It's like Doom plus Doom 3. Those 3. I do not want to tangle with those. Was she a helper all along? Definitely survival horror. What are those? What are those? If I could have avoided them, I would have. Apparently a popular spot to hang out. Can't stay up too late tonight because Portland Gaming are exposed tomorrow. I'm pretty captivated though, not gonna lie. Ooh, baby, I don't like the sound of that. Big open area. This is a boss fight. So this is something where I have to... I have an inkling I'm gonna need that. Oh, that's gonna kill the boss when he shows up. Look at the slopes in Doom. Will wonders never cease. I do not know how to initiate the conflict. In fact, what I want to do is put it here. That'll stop it right on under the crusher. That's a boss. There we go. Exactly as I hoped. That was easy. I'm really glad I saved the electrical trap that long. Imagine if I'd wasted it before then. Is that what it ate? Look at that work out for me. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I don't think you can fight it legitimately. Go lower. I keep going the wrong direction. I'm glad I figured out what to do though ahead of time. My instincts were going off like crazy. Big open area, crusher trap that screams boss encounter. Uh-oh. I just lost in vivo if it was a shooter. What's the worst that could happen from going in here? There's your shadow people. This is for sure hell. If I wasn't in hell before, I am now. Did I ever tell you a dream I had about a Doom game called Doom 2000? It was very much like this. Result of Dreamers. Immediately plunged in a world you don't see, witnessing memory. banished from this domain. Very well. Oh, it shows you a picture. Energy trap. Good. Those are very, very handy. Alright. Didn't go well. How do I beat those things? That's probably what the energy trap's for. Single hit kill. Those things are devious. I don't know what to do about them. Confirmed. Cannot punch shadow animal people. This feels so right for this channel that we're back to form. There's only so much good content like this, though. Penis man. That's even better. I missed that before. I swear I'll stop doing this any minute now. I was just supposed to run past him. You're supposed to run past him and I wasted a shell. I'm in the underwater window box room from Mario 64. That goes nowhere. I could have done a little more exploring before I immediately bugged out. Probably not wise, though. That's how you die in a horror movie. You're not getting the fuck out while you got a chance. Oh, I'm back in the safe room. It doesn't feel safe anymore. Oh, no. Oh, no. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh. It all closed in on me. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Where am I now? I like it so far. What I've seen. I would buy this. Would you buy this? I would buy this. You're giving a lot of content away for free too. It must be a long ass game. It's a model. Oh, room over room, adorable. What's good, Filthy? We were playing Silent Hill Doom. It's called The Divine Frequency. You missed Penny's big breakaway, in which we made a lot of progress also. I don't think we can help that fella. I don't know what those are. I don't like it. Oh. Well, now we're in an endless void. You save. Penis man. You can just jump off the edge. Oh. They're like cellar doors. So far it's a looter shooter, more or less. I see the damage meter on my gun now. I did not before. Am I in a subway? This really is just Lost in Vivo. I guess Lost in Vivo had guns too. That's a dude. That's a human man like me. He's got guns like I do. I don't like this. That evens up the odds, doesn't it? Before they only had melee. It's down here. Didn't it come through here? I did not come through here. Is there a quick save? Oh fuck. I can't stop him. I can't stop him. Haha, dude Weed Lamau. It's a bong. It's like blood cultists. Threshold. Maelstrom thoughts. single combat challenge. Oh, it's just the challenges from Doom. Good writing. I think I won't do that. I forgot about that guy. No, I was supposed to go up there, wasn't I? Was I? Dude, weed them out. Gotcha that time. So there's a hell challenge. There's also just a way to end the level. BRB. I'm back, baby. I guess Kenny's big breakaway for the rest of tonight. What'd you think of that? I thought that was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the full version. I'm hungry. I guess I'll just have pasta again. Yep. It's possible to stand on that part, though. Nope. Looks like a chill place to live. Is this reused assets from level 1? Just different colors. The Suffering, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. That was controversial once upon a time, wasn't it? It's one of those games that your mom wouldn't like. They got a lot of free press. Because it was edgy. Well. It's a skill issue. It's hard to say where it goes wrong, but part of it's just a skill issue. That could have been done better. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm running out of steam fast. Weeb, did I tell you I'm going to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo tomorrow? I'm gonna check out what Atari's up to. I might be the only one who cares what Atari's up to. That's not true. They're going places. You mark my words. I didn't go the way I wanted it to. Aha. That's all I get? Okay. There's two ways to go. That's good design. Are they robots? What are they? There's very little in the way that's new here. It's very classical design. And that you try to get to the end of the level. There's another way I could have gone, though. Oh, I guess that's for replayability. That didn't work. Why didn't you call me a dropout every time? I could have gone the other way this time. I think I will. I think I will. I think she's iconic. Fuck! Do I get to keep the thing? Am I becoming Asmongold Gold except with fleas instead of roaches? It looks the part, doesn't it? No, I did. I pushed one button too many, and that was enough to kill me. This is really a fault-intolerant game. Bitch fucker! Shit on a stick, I guess. At the State Fair, deep fried. There's really very little consequence for dying in this game. I don't even know that I've lost my emblem. I think it was a little polish, which this game is still new. This could be a classic. I don't want. It's definitely not as on level Yooka-Laylee as in terms of being better than it. It is better than Yooka-Laylee, is what I mean to say. It's not like a disaster. Oh. They didn't even notice me somehow. That's a senpai you don't want to be noticed by. Oh! Oh no! I think I bypassed the metal. I'm gonna kill myself. That's the smart thing to do. Whenever life gets tough, is just kill yourself. You get another chance. That's how it works. There we go. Oh no! Great animations. Can't fault the animations. There we go. Oh, baby. That's 16 straight there. Okay, good. I'm glad I did that. Wouldn't that strip to threads? I wonder. I'm not a screw scientist. Well, that's not the way to do it, clearly. I'm gonna finish this game with 0 points, aren't I? Fuck. God damn it. I have to make it up there, don't I? Yeah, one wonders. How did their politics work? I mean, they're monarchies, so... I guess having one guy be able to... approve or disapprove everything. I like how the little platform... No! No, 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 no! Abanai, Abanai, Abanai. I need to get some... There we go. No, fuck you fucking game. All the way back here. All the way back here. Of course, why not? Besides Atari, tomorrow I hope to see stuff from Analog and some PC Engine stuff. Oh no. I fucked it up. You know, I'll take it though. Just a game about a girl who wants to show off her yo-yo skills. Sounds like a 5-year-old designed it. Like the yo-yo is also her dog. And there's penguin cops. In a good way, though. Games that have you kill yourself to start over send arguably a bad message to children. They just give up when they feel doomed. I wonder what Hinduism teaches about suicide. Seems like you'd have to have... Oh, I guess you just get reincarnated as a lower animal. Fuck. That's not where I want to be. Oh no! Sure are a lot of fucking ways to die in this game. Oh shit! It's because it fucking moves. God damn it. I can do this. I can. I can't do this. It turns out. There we go. It gives you your popsicle back if you die near the start. That's generous. I don't know if I want a game's pity. No! I know that could happen. I guess I did know that could happen, but was not thinking about water at the time. You know what I liked about Divine Frequency? The monsters you can't kill. But you have to learn the hard way that you just have to avoid them. But it had some you can, so it's not completely like Amnesia. Wow. I didn't know that would happen. Oh, all the way back here, huh? Okay. Oh, man. I'm not finishing this level before the time is up, I don't think. Fuck! I might rage quit. I'm on the precipice of rage quitting. Is there anything over here? There's nothing. There we go. Oh fuck! Oh shit! I survived. How did how did I do that? I'm fading fast. I don't know if I can do this. I remember when I was 17 I could game all night. I guess I'm really just feeling the years. There we go. Fat penguins, fat penguins. That's disrespectful. You see Lizzo's getting fit? What excuse do any of us have now? Good for her too. I guess even she didn't buy into body positivity. Oh, fat pingies. Suicided. Everybody, like everybody does in this hellish world. That's a spotlight. How do I grab it? Do I not? Fuck. I think I'm too tired for this. Yeah, I know I'm too tired. I'm sorry. All my reflexes are going to shit because I'm getting ready to crash. Brain turning to mush. Thank you all for joining me. I don't know if Short Talk's still around or not. I don't think he is. So there's not going to be a stream tonight. Thank you for sticking around as long as you did, Ride or Die Bros. I'll never forget it. I'll make sure that Skynet spares you and one loved one of your choosing. Don't get greedy. Can't spare them all. That would defeat the point of Judgment Day. So get at me. Wow, end of the week already. Look at time fly. Get at me again on Monday. Same ham time, same ham channel. 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time, 11 o'clock p.m. This is your friendly neighborhood handout signing off and returning you to your regular schedule. Sleepy time.